Pokemon Detective Pikachu is a decent movie, in my opinion. I haven't been a fan of Pokemon in a very long time, but for those who are interested in the Pokemon franchise, you'll find something here. But for everybody else, this is somewhat a decent movie. All I have to say, this movie is mainly aimed at the fan base. But if you're not a fan of Pokemon, you'll find somewhat of an enjoyable time here. The story is mainly a young guy named Tim Goodman tries to find his father who has ended up disappearing. When he comes across a Pikachu that he can't understand that's talking to him. I would really have to say I have a lot of praise for what Ryan Reynolds did for the role here of Pikachu. He did an amazing job. In fact, he kind of made the movie. Now, the other actor, Justin Smith, he did okay. I mean, he's basically still a new actor. He hasn't been in many movies over the last few years. But I think he has potential for the future. And basically, they come across a conspiracy, and from there, they use their wits to try to find Tim's father. Like I said before, if you're not a fan of this franchise, you'll have a good time here, but for me, it's a decent movie at the end of the day, but it's nothing special here. But one thing I have to give credit is it's the first live action movie of Pokemon, and that's what it's got going for it. But for me, the story wasn't good enough. There are some positives in this film. I got the designs of the Pokemon that's presented throughout this movie. Highlights include Mr. Mime, a Charizard that looks just like a dragon, and of course the design of Mewtwo. I like that design as well. And this film is also pretty funny in spots. Ron Reynolds brings the comedy as usual, and it's like a PG-13 rated Deadpool in a way, the way he just makes jokes left and right. As far as Justin Smith, like I said before, he does an okay job, but he has a long way to go before he becomes a talented actor. But he did somewhat of a decent job here. Now, if the story was a little bit better, then this movie could have been something else. I won't give the story away. But I really have to say that this movie could have been a disappointment. But for a lot of people, a fan, of the franchise or not, then you'll find enjoyment here at least. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm giving this movie a 7. Like I said, it's pretty decent in my opinion, but there's nothing special about this movie other than being the live adaptation of Pokemon. I really felt like they went with a better story, and generally, if this movie was more funnier, it could have probably been something special. But at the end of the day, I have to say mainly is that this movie's decent. It's not a bad attempt here, but there are a lot of missed opportunities. And the way this movie ends, it's definitely a sequel in the works. But I really felt like in a month where you have films such as Godzilla, King of Monsters, Brightburn, John Wick 3, Ma, all come out or already came out this month, then this film kind of falls on the wayside of it. It's not a bad movie. It just wasn't good enough in my opinion. It's decent, like I already said, but for people that are fans of this franchise, they'll love this movie. Everybody else will feel somewhat towards the middle ground. And that's my review of Pokemon Detective Pikachu. Leave your comment section below. Let me know what you think about this film. Do you think it's average? Or do you think it's one of the better movies that came out this year? For me, this film could have been something more, but it does what it can in this movie, and for a lot of people that's enough. But I was hoping for just more entertainment value here. I was a little bit bored watching this film, but for all those people who are fans, you'll enjoy this movie a lot more than I did. Okay, this is Slum Guy 172 saying peace out.